Hey everyone, and of course, welcome to the next edition of Forum Bites. In this episode, I've been asked a question. I've been asked to do a video based on coaching skills and what you can do to make sure the coaching within your forum is the best it possibly can be. So what's my answer? Why not? So you want a video on coaching, to make sure that your coaching within your forum is the best it can be. Now, you know that there's an AFS for this, don't you? The AFS program we did for coaching skills, I did with my forum, and it's an outstanding AFS to do because you do it together and you agree on the problems and the solutions together. So you can go back to your forum with a universal coaching mechanism. But okay, you want a video on how to do coaching a little bit better. Fine. How about we do this? Top tips for coaching based on Rod's experience of doing it wrong. The first thing, make sure you remember to do it. I remember in the past, I'd totally forgotten to do the coaching skills and tried to ram it in at the last minute. Not only is that highly insulting, it makes it very difficult to be able to get the worth of the presentation to the whole forum. You need to make sure that the whole forum agrees that the coaching is really important and actually agrees what process they're going to face and commits to it. Because if you want to improve your coaching within your forum, the first thing you have to do is make sure everyone's doing it. The next one, of course, is remember, do it face to face. I have attempted to do some coaching on the phone from time to time. I know we're all scarce on time and I called the person to do it. The problem with doing it on the phone is you can't read the individual. You can't read their body language as they're saying or talking about a problem. You can't read how they're saying something, let alone just what they're saying. And doing it face to face allows you to gather more information to make sure that you actually focus on the core issue, not just the superficial one. So I would highly recommend not doing them over the phone. The next one, of course, is remember to use the material supplied. There is so much material online. Don't worry, I'll include a link here and a bit of a video on where it is once again on the EO website. But I've been in the past where I've gone into coaching sessions where I thought I knew what I was doing. I've done this for a while. I'll just go straight in and do it. And the problem without following the total process is you can get into the habit sometimes of skipping steps. If you skip steps in coaching, you may miss a problem, which I did. The thing is, if you follow the process to the T each time and you get your whole forum to agree on the forms that you're going to do that with, you can make sure your coaching skills is uniform between the whole forum. The next one, of course, is when you go into your coaching session, don't assume anything. I've gone into coaching before thinking that I may know what the problem they may talk about, then also coming up with a solution. The main purpose of the coach is not to find a solution. It is to clarify the problem so that the presenter can present that to the forum so they can find the solution based on the presentation. So make sure that you go into your coaching session not assuming anything. The next one, of course, is make sure that you are setting up the room for the presentation. So in other words, as the coach, as you know, you'll be standing up just before the presentation to set up the presentation from the point of view of what they want, what they need, what the core problem is, as well as setting up the room from an emotional point of view. Now, what I mean by that is making sure you tell a story or some type of anecdote to get people in the right frame of mind. In other words, the frame of mind of the presenter. For example, let's say that we have a presenter over here presenting about their general manager who has stolen from them, and they have to now hire a new one because they sacked the previous one. I would, of course, start off with, we're here today with Bob, let's say. Bob's here to make a presentation about hiring a new general manager. Now, just to give you a little bit of clarity, I want you to think of a time where you had a senior person that you hired betray you, and you had to replace them. Now, onto the presentation. As you can see, that little story can set the room up so the room can get perspective and emotional perspective of the presenter. So the presentation doesn't go off on a tangent and maybe go down the wrong road. The last one, of course, is make sure that the presenter is set up. There is no point having outstanding coaching skills and outstanding coaches if the presenters are not prepared. I have gone into some of my presentations at the beginning of my forum journey unprepared. I didn't think deeply about the problem. I came unprepared from the point of view of the forms. And the thing is that If you have a great coach, if the presenter's not prepared, you're never going to find the true problem because the presenter hasn't even thought about it. The presenter needs to make sure they dedicate the time to preparing for the coaching session just as much as the coach does. Now, as always, if anyone's got any questions whatsoever, please leave them in the comments. As always, if you haven't subscribed, just go ahead and punch that button right now. And as always, I'll see you in the next episode.